Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Rabbi.
Good morning. It's great to be back here at Congregation Beth Yeshurun, where we meet every Thursday morning at 9:30 for an hour long of Parsha study, where we study Rav Wolbe on Chumash. That's my grandfather's teachings on each Parsha. And y'all out there on Facebook are welcome to join us. Now, in this week's Parsha, we see something very interesting, that Moshe, who was together with his brother Aaron, together with his nephews, Aaron's children, they're doing all these different things in the tabernacle. And then it uses a very interesting expression, saying that Moses summoned them. He summoned them. And it's odd for someone to be saying using that type of expression when they're together the whole time. Like, what are you summoning them? Usually you summon someone, they leave, they come. You summon them to come back. But here they're together the entire time. They're doing all of this labor in the temple together, and now he's summoning them. It doesn't make any sense. Why does the Torah use this terminology? So our sages explain that it wasn't that he was summoning them to come back, but rather to prepare themselves, because they're about to do a new mitzvah. And because they're going to do a new mitzvah, they need to have a new preparation. So our sages derive from this an incredible idea, is that mitzvahs need intention. Mitzvahs need focus. Mitzvahs need our preparation. Because if you really want to maximize the pleasure of a mitzvah, if you want to maximize the intention and the focus of a mitzvah, what we really need to do is to think about what we're about to do. You know, it says about our sages that when they would pray, they would sit for an hour prior to prayer, they would pray for an hour, and an hour after prayer they would sit and just, absorb what they just experienced, and have a contemplation of an accounting of whether or not, and just analyze their prayers. Imagine that, 9 hours a day they're praying, because there are 3 prayers a day, an hour before each prayer, an hour after each prayer, and an hour to pray each prayer. But what I want to derive from that, and what the Talmud says in Curated Brachot, is that there was preparation. When we go to pray, the proper way for it to be done is not to run into shul. Well, quickly start. Before we're not even in. We're already rushing through the words and rushing. We have to come there with enough time to prepare ourselves, to have some time to relax our mind, get our minds out of our thoughts of our business and out of thoughts of our. It says, for example, that when someone goes to pray, they're not allowed to pray when they're in the middle of a court case. Why? Because all you're going to be thinking about is, what should my next argument be? Maybe I should say this, maybe I should say that. You're going to be busy with so many different things, you're not going to be able to focus that you're talking to God. You're not supposed to go pray in the middle of a business deal. Because again, the same idea. You're going to be busy thinking about other things. When you go do a mitzvah, you need to be focused on that mitzvah, whatever that mitzvah is. Candlelighting. We have to prepare ourselves for candlelighting. We have to prepare ourselves for Shabbos. We can't just arrive at a mitzvah and expect it to have the full intention. And that's why Moses summoned them. He says, okay, you guys, we've been working together a lot. Now we need to have a new focus. We're doing a new mitzvah here. We need to have a new focus. Right? We need to get our mind organized and be prepared to do this mitzvah. And I think that if we really use this principle in our everyday Jewish experience, it'll be a different experience. We know we prepare for cooking when it comes to the Seder, but do we prepare spiritually for the Seder? More than it's a food festival, the Seder, right? It needs to be a spiritual festival. And I think this is one of the important principles we need to really incorporate in our daily lives, of being prepared for doing the mitzvahs that we're about to do. Having the proper intention, having the proper focus, so that when we actually perform the mitzvah, we don't just perform it as a robot, we perform it with passion, and we perform it with emotion, and we perform it with excitement, and we're hopefully enriched by the experiences of these mitzvahs. With that, my friends, we're going to continue with our regular class. Sorry for those on Facebook, we're going to have to sign off now. We thank you for joining us. Please like and share if you enjoyed this class. If you didn't, like and share it anyway. Have a terrific day, and we look forward to joining you next time on Facebook.